Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age on the MysteriousJG. We've got a brand new fully charged controller, which we're barely going to get a chance to use in this session because this is probably going to be it for me today. And a little Mysterio going there for a second because of a screw up that I made. But we are going to teleport like there's no tomorrow. First to Arcades, then I know we had a couple that were at the Albina Fortress, and then I guess we had a couple in Pirate City, USA. But then, yeah, we just got a whole bunch of hunt missions to report, and I know that some of them are Arcades, so let's go there first. Now we can buy teleport stones in stores, and I ain't that worried about it. And the best items in this game, the best weapons and stuff, you can't get with gold. You have to earn them from enemies, and mostly from collecting a billion dropped items from enemies and then crafting type of mechanics or loot mechanics. So probably the fact that we've got hold on, 493 yeah, we got over 3 million gold gil now, so we're probably okay for gil forever. That being said, we got off with the girl. Once we got started using the girls as our party, we probably should at some point give you guys back your cat ear hoods, just because it makes you so precious and adorable. The cat ear hoods, by the way, were expensive, but they have long since paid for themselves now, so I'm quite pleased with how the cat ear hoods have worked out. Okay, now as far as refresh my memory as to where everybody is, because my memory is not perfect. Homesick Man in Arcades. He's in the weapons store. She's at Balfenheim. This guy's in old Arcades. Telling that story to a bunch of little kids, as I recall. And then this guy is in the Technique store. And then we've just got Albina Fortress and two at Albina Fortress and one at Balfenheim. Alright, weapon store, Technique store, and yeah, I can handle this. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. Apparently I can't handle it. Bobo was watching this, I would go, "Can you handle it?" And he would know what I was referring to. But he's not watching this, and you don't know what I'm referring to. It's so sad. That is definitely not a reference worth explaining, by the way. Oh, what else have I got to do? So, we used to participate in this thing called e-wrestling, which I don't know if it's still a thing, but for a while when the internet was... like, this was the days of, like, message boards, which I guess are still a thing, but they were much more popular. Or they're very popular, and anything that involved getting on and communicating with people, like, just by typing messages, because it was a lot less... the universe was, or the internet was a much more text-oriented place at the time. But there was a hobby called e-wrestling where people would write matches or use a simulator to come up with the results of matches, and you would join an email federation of pro wrestling, and you would create a character or use a real-life character, depending on the rules of the e-fed, and you would write up your own promos and stuff, and then people would have matches, and people would write the matches, and it was fun. And we were in an e-fed where we were using real-life wrestlers, but other people had invented their own wrestlers. And there was a stable of wrestlers who were managed by someone called the Masked Manager, who was a manager wearing a mask, and his catchphrase was, "Can you handle it?" And Bobo and I always found it really amusing, because it's like, well, this guy's wearing a mask, which, like, creates a sense of mystery about who's behind the mask, but it's a created, invented character. It's not like you're going to find out that it's like, oh, it's, you know, Ric Flair behind a mask is managing someone. I was like, no, there's no story to it at all. It's just some guy who wears a mask. I don't know. Never mind. It made sense at the time. It's official. The Ministry of Law has announced that the Senate conspired to oust House Solidor, mastermind of the Emperor's assassination. Ministry or no, these are lawless times, my friend. A good time to purchase some armor. Walk out and sink one shield. But no, it was funny. The masked manager would like, "Can you handle it?" and trying to hype up his charges, but it's like, you're just some unknown guy in a mask. Like, why do we care what you have to say? Who was it we were supposed to talk to in here? Oh, you. You did it. You killed the dark side. I forgot about that hunt. That was the first one. It was super easy. I can't thank you enough, friend. You killed the dark steel. We got 3,000 gil. Who cares? Lead bolts might be useful. Adamantite, probably useful for something. But I eventually have to sit down and sell all my freaking loot because I've been holding on to stuff where I have more than 10. Where I don't have more than 10. I think I can make it to Valkenheim on my own now. So don't know what might still be down there, and so can go. Got to be prepared. Yeah, adamantite is probably like an essential ingredient for something really cool. But what would lead bolts do for us? They would give us immobilize. They would very slightly increase your damage and give you an interesting but less likely to actually work attack. I don't think I'm going to switch to those. As ammo, they're twice as damaging, but the damage amplifier attached to ammo, not that big a deal, apparently. Or the game is extremely deceptive with how it uses the attack stat there. But it seems like it's just very slightly more damage than the slow bolts. And I think Immobilize works on a lot fewer enemies. And it's very useful if your whole party has ranged attacks and you use Immobilize on something. Otherwise, not as useful. Like, you'd have to really set up a strategy around it. So this is what it feels like to win a battle. Not bad at all. Thanks, boy. Stop calling me boy. High ethers and teleport zones? Who gives a fuck? Oh, well. Not as easy impressing the ladies as I thought. I think I may need to kill something for myself before they start appreciating me. Well, it definitely comes down to murder. Like, you have to kill things to get a lady to like you. It's the only way. I know that, that's how Bobo won the heart of Bean. Wanton murder. Wanton murder. Alright, well now we gotta zoom. 8 minutes and 30 in? What have I been doing for the past 8 minutes? I don't feel like I've put that much time into this video. Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh, probably searching through the menus to figure out where people are. But no, we're like 8 minutes into this video. Okay, let's hurry up. I figured I would do one video of like getting all the rewards for these. I really don't want to have 2 videos worth of post-hunt mission follow-up. So quick get to old Arcades. Well, Arcades has half of them, so I guess I'm not really doing too bad for time here. And I know exactly where this guy is, too. And I'm not going to waste time looking for the talking cockatrices while I speak cockatrice. So do that. So that's what was going on there. So you have slain the mighty Lindworm of the Tchuplands. Thank you, my boy. You have rid the world of a terror from its past. Oh, God. I was going to make a joke about politics, and I won't. Minerva Bustier, eh? Yes, a rusted scrap of armor. What of it? Could it be proof that the Iron Colossus were real? What fortune? How fortunate! This simplifies everything. I don't know what that really does for me, but okay. As far as the bustier goes, so despite the fact that it is a bustier, apparently men are going to be allowed to equip it if they have the right license. Yeah, we can put well, it's not that good anyway, but we can put in the name Minerva suggests female equipment in the Final Fantasy universe. I mean, the name Minerva refers to it's. I believe that's the Roman name of Pallas Athena. But it's, yes, the Roman goddess of wisdom, so it is a female deity. And bustier obviously suggests feminine, but apparently it don't matter. This game is all about the cross-dressing, but it's also all about the fact that I've already got better equipment than this. And it doesn't... There's no special properties at all. It's just a decent piece of light armor, but not great. So, whatever. Fastest way to get to a teleport crystal is probably Soshin Cave Palace, so let's keep going this way. I went the wrong way. Disparaging woman? What? You're in the city, I hear. How was it? I've been bound to go myself someday. That wasn't very disparaging. Oh well. Not disparaging of me, I guess she's disparaging of others. So you'd think that the worm in particular, they celebrated by doing the worm. The worm in particular, see, maybe that's what I'll do. Instead of watching the Batman movie, the riff tracks, I'll go back and start in on the Lord of the Rings with riff tracks. This is a fun way to kill a couple of evenings in a row, or just have an entire lazy day around the house, watch all of it. Yes, that is what my life is. Ugh. But anyway, that was depressing. What I was getting at was, yeah, that worm doesn't really seem to come with great rewards, although the dialogue around the rusted iron scrap suggests that there's some other quest associated with it that I need to look up. But if it really is just the rewards we were already handed, that's a bit of a jip. That being said, that turtle enemy, which really wasn't that bad at all, it's like a re-colored version of Gill Snapper, but nowhere near as difficult as Gill Snapper was for its point in the game. But that thing gave better rewards. So I think this rusted scrap of armor might be part of a quest or something later. So you are now on your own 2 feet. Good for you, Popple. Popple? Pop-O-Matic Trouble. You're back. Thanks so much for helping me. I don't remember what I talked like last time, but now I talk like this. I couldn't keep my eyes open any longer. I fell asleep. The death size was there as always, but then it just vanished. I knew that you had killed it. I knew then that you had killed it. To be awake again. When you're really haunted by a death side, you're never really awake. Before the war, me and a friend of mine had a smithy, but he's gone now. Who knows? Maybe it's time I give that another try. Well, if it isn't Jovy. Jovy, over here. Jovy is the real star of Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. What do you want, Popple? If you're still trying to get rid of that cursed axe of yours, I'm not interested. Jovy, why do you have a piece of rock sticking out of your head? The cursed axe is no more. This fellow killed the spirit that had been haunting me. Jovy is just fucking sick of us. Well, that's Jovy for you. He hates your guts. I can never thank you enough. You saved me from a fate worse than, well, a deadly fate at any rate. Thank you. Oh, it was nothing. Literally, the girls actually took care of that particular hunt. Soul of Tommaso, which I think I already stole from an enemy in there. So once again, the actual reward's not really that impressive. But I feel like this one had plot permutations because of, you know, Jovy. Can't believe how much I risked it just to get this axe. It was not easy fighting so deep into the ruins. Well, you should know. So I don't get the axe, huh? Meanwhile, Jovy's... That's not Jovy. Jovy wasn't wearing the headgear. So now there's a guy who's kind of hanging out in a corner up here. Just gonna take a dump right there, huh? Okay. Oh, you've slain Goliath. Tell me everything about it. Don't leave out a thing. Yes, amazing. I've not seen or heard the like. I didn't actually say anything. But... Jovy, what timing? Listen to this, Jovy. You're a useless sack of shit. Van is your superior in every way. And Van's like, well, I didn't actually have anything to do with the fight against Goliath, sir. Yes, Master Barong? What is it? More news of your secret bestiary? No need to be sarcastic, Jovy, but yes, it's about the bestiary. I finally added that page on Goliath. Incredible, no? He's the one who helped me gather the information I needed. Your plan to use hunters worked perfectly. And Jovy hates us. I'll never understand that Jovy. Well, I'll show him the bestiary later, I suppose. I never thought I'd see such a rare beast graced the page as my bestiary. I couldn't be happier, thanks. Oh, save the queen. That might actually be worth it. And an Einherjarium, whatever. Oh, and here's a cursed axe. Don't talk to anybody but Jovy and me about the bestiary. All right, I'm not ready to show it to anyone else yet. What if they laughed? Oh, you deserve it. All right, I believe the only one with the greatsword license is her. So save the queen would take down... I think it's... I want Save the Queen to be a cool item because I associate it with Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX, who's a pretty badass character. But it sucks. It's two-handed, so you don't get to use a shield. It's got more attack power than her current one-handed sword, but not by that much. And it doesn't add any kind of element. It doesn't add any kind of status, and you don't get to use it with a shield. That being said, I haven't seen her in battle using a greatsword that much, so it would be neat to see what the animation looks like, I suppose. In the meantime, it's time to head to Pirate Town, I guess. Did we do the airship route between Pirate Town and here? I don't know if we did or not. Let's fly to Pirate Town. And if we already did it, then we'll finally get to see the dialogue, which I kind of haven't seen as far as I can recall, for when you take a route you've already taken, and it's like, no, you're not getting progress out of this. Screw you. Dolphinheim. Leisure Craft. Oh man, we're down to 3.6 million gil. I'm really burning through it here. Come on, load screen. I'm not even saving time skipping the cinematics. Hey, it's Fiorina. We actually have a different Chief Steward for a change. I don't think I'm even going to bother checking the deck. Find out I missed something later. Oh well. Oh. How may I help you? We have cabins available. Well, I guess this is what happens if you take a route you've already taken. You get a Chief Steward who there's nobody hitting on them, and you just get to go right into your cabin. So, okay. I guess now we know what happens if you repeat a route that you've already unlocked on your quest. You may be wondering, but probably not. You may be wondering why I said they celebrated by doing the worm and then launched into a discussion of the riff tracks of the Lord of the Rings films. Oh, I wish they'd do riff tracks of the Hobbit movies, because that's the only way I'll ever watch the second and third one. I watched the first one and literally fell asleep at the theater. But, yeah, there was a point where they were... Strider, whatever his name is, was tracking the Hobbits. The Hobbits who aren't Sam and Frodo, whatever the fuck they were called. Merry and Pippin, I think. Yeah, he's like... looking at, like, you know, smudges on the ground and tasting dew off of leaves and giving these really detailed descriptions of what the hobbits were doing, and, like, you know, oh, they escaped and they crawled over to here, and then they their bonds were split, and Bill Corbett, I believe, then jokes, they celebrated by doing the worm, because he's seeing, like, marks in the dirt and figuring out exactly what happened. It was hilarious. Or so I say. Alright. So we should only have one left, and that is get my stuff back. We got all the rest completed. So get my stuff back, not you. Where is she? She is at the tavern. Good place for her to be, considering that she's associated with, like, hunts and quests and fighting monsters and whatnot. I don't know how well I would fare in an adventure fantasy world. Although I've pretty much given it up. I always used to enjoy alcohol, which means I'd be a good tavern dweller. But I have terrible... I believe it's called social hearing. The ability to actually hear what people are saying and carry on a conversation in a noisy area. Like, when I'm in a crowd, I can't hear you. I can't make out what you're saying when there's other people talking in the background. So I'm actually terrible at bars. I always used to enjoy drinks in private residences. But it's kind of a big part of the adventure mythos. People come and celebrate with ale and, you know, monster killing. Alright, lady. Let's wrap up these quests here.
Thank you. I could not have recovered my belongings without your help. I was fortunate to find such worthy aid. You have my gratitude.
Halberd and an Aegis Shield. Aegis Shield might be good.
The world is a wonderful place filled with ideas as diverse as its people. For example, trickle-down economics. Isn't that a wonderful idea? Such individuality was not to be found in my home. Now, if you will return my belongings... What's this? There's something in the bottom of my haversack. It looks like a scale shed by the creature. You screw it.
You slew it.
You slew it. It is only right that you should take the scale.
Dragon scale is obtained.
The world is a wonderful place. It's pretty kick-ass.
And there you have it, folks. We have reported all the hunts that we can currently do. We're now at about the 3/4 mark as far as completing hunts. The very last, last 10% or so of these hunts are going to be really high-end bosses. Like, if you can beat them, the main story, it's just a matter of when do you feel like finishing the main story, because you can beat the final boss of the main story. I do not remember the final boss of the main story here being an easy final boss, but he is definitely... I shouldn't say he, mild spoiler, it could have been a lady. Could have been a non-gendered monster. But yeah, the final boss of this game is not like a pushover compared to some Final Fantasy end bosses. Final Fantasy X had like the most disappointing end game as far as the boss fights go. Even the ones that were cool conceptually ended up being really lame just in terms of combat of the final boss battles. That's a whole thing I could get into. Giving you infinite auto life for the Esper battles. That would have been could have been a really pulse pounding end game if they hadn't done that. Instead, they decided that this is like part of the extended ending rather than the game. But whatever. No, this is not a game where the final story boss is a super pushover. But there's enough optional, tougher than the story content that yeah, it's not the toughest thing in the game. So we will save our game, and what we're going to do is round out this session by warping to Rabanastre and visiting Clan Centurio, whatever it's called. And we'll just see. Because at some point I need to... The next time I sit down and plan a session of this game, I probably need to have the FAQ open. I actually did not use the FAQ at all this time. I very briefly looked up on Google just whether it was going to make a difference at all. You know what? We will fly to Rabanastre, because that might be one of the routes that we need to take to advance that one quest. There will come a point where I've already got 7 of 8 routes, but now I'm still flying them all over again because I don't know which one it is I never got. But anyway, what was I building up towards there? Yeah, I briefly looked up what happens with the that one Sikh who wants to get a girlfriend. I probably haven't flown from here to Bujerba. But apparently there is not a direct flight from here to Rabanastre. So, interesting. No, but other than looking that one up, the what happens when that guy dies, and the answer for that one came from GameFAQs, not from. When it's Chazelle, I usually actually find some kind of plot advancement with this little plot. But yeah, I didn't have the thing open to read about all these monsters, but I might need to open it up next time and see if there are any espers we should be going after right now. Already been to 4 of her sisters, eh? This is how it was supposed to be.
How may I help you? We have cabins available.
I have a letter from Anne.
You little bitch!
Oh, sorry, she's not insulting like that last one was.
A letter from Anne, how exciting. I'm Sam, by the way. Please make your acquaintance. So where is it then?
She says angrily.
Flowers for Mother's name day this year. Father used to give her flowers all the time, now that I think on it. I'm shocked that Anne would ask if it's a passenger, though. You've already visited all of my older sisters, have you not?
Okay, well, I have no idea how many are left, and I probably should have visited some folks in case there was other plot available on this particular flight. I didn't even check the shops. As excited as I was the first time I visited one of these shops, because it's one of the earlier chances to buy teleport stones, it's not like they've been selling stuff that's really super high-end that you can't get any other way. And now we gotta go back to Rabbinaster anyway, because that's where we're actually trying to get to. We'll go by Leisurecraft. I'm almost positive that... I just yelled into... I hope that didn't peak. Sorry, guys. I just screamed into the mic for no reason. I'm almost positive that we've already flown this route and that this will not advance that thing. We'll see if Giselle is our person here. Nope. For some reason, when it's Giselle, you always have advancement. So I could have just done private cabin.
I know I look like I'm one of those sisters, but I'm not, so leave me alone.
Not allowed to pause at this point.
Exciting sleepy music.
Well, not exciting sleeping music. Relaxing sleeping music. The Rabbinaster music starts to play. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. Hit the wrong button while trying to speed up and you can pull up a little map. Can you navigate using that map? You can. Neat. Alright, well I actually want to do the Moogling, probably. Hi, Gertie. You are not the Moogle I wanted. You are... Hey, Jovy. No, you're not actually Jovy. I'm just a racist. I can't tell the members of this fictional race apart. So we want to go to the bazaar because I believe that is the closest. Go find out if our clan rank increased. Go see if we can buy any cool new shit at the store that is in the bazaar, where what you're allowed to buy is based on your clan rank. The main thing I'm looking forward to is there's an item that reverses the effect of items, and it is like strongly advised for use against a lot of the bosses because you can use remedies on stuff and it will apply every status ailment with 100% effectiveness that the boss isn't immune to. So that's a thing. Have you heard? Trouble for us. Oh, one day you're on a hunt and then bam, it's all over. I'm talking about the Hunter Stalker.
Hello, I have important news. No hunter dare miss. There's a ne'er-do-well who's been waiting to pull hunters or attack by tracking Mark, then attack him when their guard is down. Be careful.
Is that guy playing keep away with, or tag with that little fellow?
We may someday hunt together unto Mark who can say. Should that day come, we should be evade to each other.
Hello. You have climbed the clan ranks quickly. I know of no rank higher. Well done. Now listen. Do not cease your climb. The ranks I do not know. Attain them. Now go. Okay, so apparently the rank structure around here is completely unknown. It's like, you could become an 18-star general. You've really grown into a great hunter. You're out of my league. Whatever. Okay. Our first hunt, Kupo. Kupo, you're a high guardian already. You've been burning the midnight oil, Kupo. Clan Centurio knows how to treat its hard-working members, Kupo. Here, reward for accomplishment. An Imperial Soul and 3 teleport stones. Keep up the splendid work, Kupo. Kupo, you're a knight of the round already? Why, you should be able to defeat Sephiroth easily. You've been burning the midnight oil, Kupos, and blah blah blah. Here's a reward. 2 mega elixirs and 3 transport stones. Splendid work, Kupo. Oh, there's more marks available. Which kind of makes me want to record more, but I really need to I guess I could record some more after dinner if I wanted to instead of watching. Whatever. Ancient Man of Mystery. Oh, I know what this one is. This one, well, I want to actually check a fact before I do this one, because this is apparently one of the ones where stealing... The game is not known for having battles where you have, like, it's a one-time battle, you need to steal this item during this battle or you won't get it. This is one of the handful of battles where that is a deal. Many people are reporting stolen swords of late, Kupo. It's not safe to say anymore. Better to speak in person, Kupo. Will you go and see the petitioner, Kupo? Yes. This is none other than me, Kupo. Listen carefully and I'll tell you all the details. I'm listening. I've received reports that a certain sword has been stolen, Kupo, from whom, of course, I'm not at liberty to say. This individual accepted a challenge to single combat from an ancient man of mystery, but lost, and the victor then absconded with the sword, Kupo. If you got the contract, I'll tell you more. Accept. I had a feeling you might accept, Kupo. Now, this individual is not so concerned with the stolen sword as he is his stolen honor. He is a swordsman of some repute, you see, and has been so distraught he cannot sleep. He has nightmares about this ancient man of mystery, who has kick-ass theme music. Can you imagine? He can't sleep, but still has nightmares. It's so terrible, Kupo. That's a good point. I kind of missed that. Give me, Kupo, but I digress. Now, he met the challenge of this ancient man of mystery on a bridge, and I happen to know where this bridge is. Travel to the Lusu Mines, Kupo. You should find your mark on one of the bridges within the mine. They say he's quick on his feet, this ancient man of mystery. Be sure to defeat him if you wish to fulfill the terms of the contract, Kupo. Lately, there have been a number of incidents of hunters being attacked while out in the field. Take extra care, Kupo. Our fair's a hunt, Kupo, and we can also accept Bolito. That's an interesting look. There's a monster that can summon a sandstorm at the beating of its wings, or so I hear. Only determined hunters need apply. Will you go and speak to the petitioner, Kupo? Yes. A sign on the hunt? Excellent. I'm counting on you, Kupo. And the petitioner is none other than me, Kupo. That's how the rest of these are going to go, I guess. Listen carefully, and I'll tell you all the details. I'm listening. There's a rumor going around that has me concerned, Kupo. Talk of a monster wreaking havoc on man. Accept the contract, I'll tell you more. I have only a vague of information. Some of it may not even be true, Kupo, so I had to select a hunter most carefully, and I chose you, Kupo. Now, as for the details of the contract, in the Yamyensa Sand Sea, there are reports of a beast whipping great torrents of sand into the air. This commotion is said to be the source of some fierce sandstorms, Kupo. True or not, I cannot say, though I've never heard of such a monster. What else is it they say? Ah, yes, Kupo. To reach this monster, you'll have to pass through caves filled with quicksand. That's right. Yes, that's right, Kupo. The monster is known as Bolito. Bolito, Kupo. You may find nothing, but do give it a thorough search, Kupo. The monster is known as Scroop. I think this might be the hunt that is a trick trap, because there is a hunt. They keep talking about how you're going to get attacked, and I remember who attacks you, and I won't spoil it, because it's actually kind of cool when it happens. And by cool, I mean I got my butt kicked playing that on PS2, and I was pretty frustrated. It's a difficult fight, but it was kind of like, oh, hey, I wasn't expecting this, but it makes sense. Well, and he's actually mentioning that here too, anyway. So you've signed on to hunt this Bolito down? Few of all people. What's got into him, Kupo? This hunter stalker everyone's worrying over looks like whoever he is, it's a banga. I've seen all the evidence, and there's no doubt about it. To think a fellow banga could do such a thing. A banga, Kupo? Not something I wanted to bring up. But have you heard the rumors about... But you have heard the rumors about Moned, haven't you? Oh, you're still here, Kupo. Yes, stories of this hunter stalker are all too... I didn't remember how clearly they telegraphed that this is the mission. Because now you take this hunt and they start talking about it a lot. So yes, this is the mission where it comes up. Yes, stories of this hunter stalker are all too common of late. You must be especially careful on your hunt, Kupo. How fares the hunt, Kupo? Done, Kupo. Let's keep a low profile, Kupo. I guess I'll come up here and chat with you one more time in case... I'm the ancient man of mystery. Look at the Lucy Mines, top of bridge. If needed, here he's still there. Go. He's going to talk about the ancient man of mystery again? Yeah. Alright, now I have to think about whether I want to sneak in another video here after I have dinner. But, that would kind of screw up the vague plans I had for my evening. But now I'm kind of into it. It might be fun to knock out a couple more. But you know what? This both of the 2 hunts I'm thinking about pursuing are a little bit more involved. I do not see myself dealing with both of them in the course of a single video or anything like that. Hey, you disappeared on me for a long time.
I have been waiting for you to come. I have made my decision. Between my sister's path and another of my own invention, I have finally chosen. I do not think I could have made my decision without your help. I thank you. You are the player character and pretty much affect all actions in the world. No longer will you find me sitting here, even next to me, wherever it might be, do say hello.
Well, that's okay. I hadn't found you sitting there the last couple of times I looked for you. So I gotta find a save, but first I want to hit this store. Step right up, lad. Let's see. For your rank, our goods look something like this. Holler if you see something that takes your fancy. Winged boots. Equipped float. Damn it. So they're still not selling the thing that I was really looking for. Oh, but they got reverse. Cause healing and damage to have opposite effects on one foe. This is a key to several cheap strats against super bosses. You cast reverse on people and keep it equipped, and like there's some enemies that just like I guess there are certain attacks that doesn't work against, but yeah, that's basically abusing this by casting it on yourself. Means that bosses keep hitting you with the attacks that heal you up. That's like a big thing. I don't remember having used it much myself, but I don't know what float is good for in this game. But I got all the freaking money in the world, so I might as well add the winged boots to my inventory. And on my great annoyance, I don't know. So I want to teleport to... I want to get to the south gate, and that will get me next to a teleport crystal and will allow me to call it a video and a session. And even if I decide to record some more later, whatever. I could let these two hunts sit and come back for them after I've advanced the story. That is always an option. But I think for now, I'm just going to call it a video and ponder it later. Make sure that I'm actually ready to get all the items I need out of the Ancient Man of Mystery, because it's a multi-stage fight where you need to steal from him, and he's an optional DLC. He's a DLC super boss in Final Fantasy 13-2, so we'll be fighting him in that game too. And that one, he's like one of the toughest bosses in the game. And this one, I think he's not one of the toughest bosses in the game, but because it's a multi-stage fight, through gambits, you can defeat him faster than you meant to before you have a chance to steal. It's kind of like Marquis Elmdor in the original Final Fantasy Tactics. You can win that fight pretty quickly, but if you actually want to take control of the battle to where you can slow him down and steal all of the Genji gear, it's a bit of a undertaking. And the other hunt is going to finally reveal what's going on with this. Hunters are being hunted by some hunter thing, and that's a thing. And I don't remember... Well, I do... I think I remember who the guilty party is, and I'm pretty sure it's not Monid. Poor Monid. He's been cast under suspicion because of his one eye. I'm MysteriousJG. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys. He's like Big Boss. He's watching you. I'll see you next time.